बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप सभी? आई होप आप सभी बहुत अच्छे से होंगे। क्लास की शुरुआत करते हैं। चैप्टर है हमारा यूनिट 1 हिस्ट्री, डिवोशनल पाथ्स टू द डिवाइन प्रेल्यूड। हाइलाइट्स ऑफ द चैप्टर: भक्ति मूवमेंट इन साउथ इंडिया, भक्ति मूवमेंट इन नॉर्थ इंडिया, इंडियन फिलोसोफर्स एंड भक्ति मूवमेंट इन महाराष्ट्र, भक्ति मूवमेंट इन बंगाल, इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ सूफिज्म एंड भक्ति मूवमेंट, टीचिंग्स ऑफ सूफिज्म एंड भक्ति मूवमेंट, एंड गुरु नानक एंड सिखिज्म। स्नेक पीक: इमर्जेंस ऑफ न्यू फेथ्स, भक्ति मूवमेंट जिसके अंदर है डोमिनेंस ऑफ ब्राह्मण्स, मेन प्रिंसिपल्स, सेंट्स जिसके अंदर आता है साउथ इंडिया, रामानुज, शंकराचार्य, और फिर है वीराशैवा, महाराष्ट्र, तुकाराम, नामदेव और ध्यानेश्वर। फिर आता है नॉर्थ इंडिया, तुलसीदास, सूरदास, खान शानकरदेवा, कबीर एंड मीराबाई। फिर आते हैं सूफिज्म पर, फिर है सिखिज्म, फिर है पीर्स, मेन प्रिंसिपल, सेंट्स, ख्वाजा मुद्दीन चिश्ती, बाबा फरीद, ख्वाजा निजामुद्दीन, कुतुबुद्दीन बख्तियार, गुरु नानक, successors and teachings. The beginning. The medieval period saw the emergence of two important religious movements which were based on the idea of devotion to a single loving God. They believed in equality and kindness to all humans. They questioned the authority of priests and rejected elaborate rules and rituals as mean of attending God. These movements were known as Bhakti and Sufi movements. बच्चों, जो मेडिएवल पीरियड था जिसमें दो इंपॉर्टेंट रिलीजियस मूवमेंट्स होते थे, उसमें भक्ति को और सूफी मूवमेंट को काफ़ी अच्छा माना जाता था, काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट माना जाता था। इमर्जेंस ऑफ भक्ति: भक्ति कम्स फ्रॉम द संस्कृत वर्ड भज विच मीन्स टू शेयर. इट वॉज बेस्ड ऑन द आइडिया ऑफ डिवोशन टू अ सुप्रीम गॉड हु कुड रिलीज ह्यूमन्स फ्रॉम द साइकिल ऑफ रीबर्थ एंड डिक्टेट्स ऑफ कास्ट. दिस आइडिया वॉज लेड डाउन इन द भगवद गीता, अ सेक्रेड बुक ऑफ द हिंदूज. बच्चों, भक्ति जो है वो एक संस्कृत वर्ड से लिया गया है, भज, जिसका मतलब है शेयर. ये बेस्ड है डिवोशन के आइडिया में, जहाँ पर जो सुप्रीम गॉड है वो ह्यूमंस को, जो ह्यूमन लाइफ है उससे आज़ादी दे देते हैं, मोक्ष दे देते हैं, रीबर्थ से, कास्ट से, इन सब चीज़ों से, जो कि भगवत गीता में लिखा गया है. और हिंदू के लिए ये एक बहुत ही पवित्र बुक माना जाता है, एक बहुत ही पवित्र ग्रंथ माना जाता है. द आइडिया ऑफ भक्ति हैड बीन around since the early centuries of the common era. It got a fresh lease of life in the 8th century at AD as many Hindu saints helped popularize the idea. Emergence of Sufism. We know that Islam was introduced in India in the 17th century AD. The Sufis were Muslim mystics who rejected any display of religious beliefs and elaborate rituals and rules of behavior laid down in the Shariat, a holy law developed by Muslim scholars. Sufi saints believed in a complete devotion to God, much like lovers' dedication to his beloved. The Bhakti and Sufi saints shared many common beliefs and borrowed many ideas from each other. बच्चों, हम सभी जानते हैं जो इस्लाम है वो इंडिया में 7th century AD में इसे इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था. चाहे वो भक्ति हो चाहे सूफी हो, इन दोनों में कई सारे कॉमन बिलीव्स हैं, जो कि कई सारे कॉमन आइडियाज़ हैं जो कि एक दूसरे को सिमिलर बनाते हैं. इमर्जेंस ऑफ सिखिज्म. अनदर important development during the medieval period was the birth of a new religion called Sikhism, founded by Guru Nanak. It rejected the idea that a person's caste, creed or gender had a role to play in achieving liberation. बच्चों, एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट डेवलपमेंट हुआ इस पीरियड में, मिडिवल पीरियड में, जो जब एक और न्यू रिलीजन का बर्थ हुआ जिसे सिखिज्म कहा जाता है, जिसके फाउंडर थे गुरु नानक जी. उन्होंने इस आइडिया को रिजेक्ट कर दिया कि किसी भी पर्सन का जो कास्ट, क्रीड, जेंडर होता है वो इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल या कोई रोल निभाता है लिबरेशन के अचीवमेंट में. वी विल स्टडी अबाउट ऑल दिस डेवलपमेंट्स इन दिस चैप्टर. तो चलिए हम इन सभी डेवलपमेंट के बारे में इस चैप्टर में अच्छे से जानेंगे. द आइडिया ऑफ भक्ति, डोमिनेंस ऑफ ब्राह्मण्स. ड्यूरिंग द medieval period, the Brahmins emerged as an important social group. As the power of the Brahmins grew, religious rituals became more elaborate and complex. The number of religious sects and gods and goddesses worshipped also increased. The beliefs that all living things pass through many cycles of birth and death depending on their actions gained ground. As the caste system became more rigid, that idea that all humans are not born equal also took root. People began to believe that the family in which a person was born decided his status in society. Therefore, birth in a poor family meant a life of poverty and suppression, while birth in a rich or noble family meant a life of privilege. The idea of was even emphasized by many texts. Many people were uncomfortable with such ideas. Some turned to other religions like Buddhism and Jainism. This is because these religions preached that human could break the cycle of rebirth and change their social status through their own efforts. Others turned to Bhakti, which focus on the idea of devotion to a loving God rather than rituals and sacrificing laid down by the Brahmins. फिर आता है भक्ति एरा. As the idea of bhakti grew in popularity, शिव, विष्णु एंड दुर्गा emerged as important deities. बच्चों आइडिया जो है भक्ति की जो आइडिया है जैसे जैसे ये पॉपुलर होता गया उसमें शिव, विष्णु और दुर्गा को इंपॉर्टेंट डाइटीज मानने लगे, उन्हें पूजा जाने लगा. Many gods and goddesses came to identified with these three deities. Gradually, rituals of worship laid down in Puranas, ancient Sanskrit texts on Hindu mythology and folklore, came to be followed. At the same time, many local myths and legends were included in the Puranas. As the Bhakti movement gained ground, even the Puranas laid down the person caste were irrelevant and his attaining liberation. Over time, the idea of Bhakti and a two-way relationship with God became so popular that many Jains and Buddhists also adopted it. Research Junction explored that what were the advantages of preaching the local language. बच्चों इसकी प्रैक्टिस खुद से कीजिएगा. नॉलेज जंक्शन पर आते हैं. All Saint Day is a day commemorating all the saints in Christianity. It is celebrated on 1st November in Western churches, whereas the Eastern churches celebrated it on the first Sunday that after Pentecost. People commemorate this day with the belief that there is connection between those in heaven and those on earth. Grass Penguin. Kabir was a mystical poet and musician revered in Hinduism and regarded as a Sufi in Islam. बच्चों कबीर जो थे एक मिस्टिकल पोएट और म्यूजिशियन थे जिन्हें हिंदू और इस्लाम यानी सूफी दोनों में काफ़ी माना जाता था. डिस्पाइट हिज लैक ऑफ फॉर्मल एजुकेशन एंड बीइंग नियरली इलिटरेट ही मेड अ सिग्निफिकेंट इम्पैक्ट. कैन यू रिकॉल वन ऑफ हिज फेमस दोहास शेयर इट इन क्लास. हालांकि वो काफ़ी इलिटरेट थे, उन्हें पढ़ना लिखना नहीं आता था, फिर भी वो उनका एक सिग्निफिकेंट इम्पैक्ट पड़ा था लोगों के ऊपर में. तो क्या आप उनकी किसी भी दोहा को रिकॉल कर सकते हैं? इसके बारे में अपनी क्लास में शेयर कीजिए, इसकी प्रैक्टिस खुद से कीजिएगा. मेन प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ भक्तिज. द मेन प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ द भक्तिज कल्ट वर कौन कौन से हैं? सेल्फलेस लव एंड सिंगल माइंडेड डिवोशन टू वन गॉड हु कुड बी फॉर्मलेस निर्गुण और विथ फॉर्म सगुण. द फॉलोअर्स ऑफ बोथ सगुण एंड निर्गुण भक्ति बिलीव्ड इन द फिलोसफी ऑफ अद्वैत नॉन duality of God illustrated in Upanishads. Rejection of rituals and superiority of Brahmins. Belief in equality of all humans. Belief in the virtues of kindness and purity of heart and mind. Extreme reverence for gurus, spiritual teachers. Development of the Bhakti movement. In the early medieval period, the Nayanar and Alvar saints helped popularize the Bhakti movement in South India. New ideas about Bhakti emerged in Maharashtra in the late medieval period under saints like Namdev and Tukaram. Starting from the 13th century AD, the Bhakti movement gained stream in North India. Bhakti saints in North India was influenced by religions such as Islam, which was introduced in India in the 7th century AD, and the Hinduism preached by Brahmins. They were also inspired by Bhakti saints and movements in other parts of India. The period between 7th and 9th centuries AD saw the rise of new religious movements in the south, which flourished under the support of local rulers. These Bhakti movements were led by Narayan saint who worshipped Shiva, Alvar saint who worshipped Vishnu, Advait and Vishidvaita philosophies. Two doctrines on philosophies merged during this time amongst the followers of the Bhakti movement. पहला है अद्वैत और फिर है विशिष्ट द्वैता. The doctrine Advait was propagated by Shankaracharya of Kerala. He is considered among the leading philosophers of the 8th century AD. According to this doctrine, the individual soul and God are one. जो individual soul और जो God होते हैं वो दोनों ही एक है. ये जो प्रोफेसर थे केरला के शंकराचार्य ने AD 8th century AD के दौरान उन्होंने कहा था. The Brahman or the ultimate reality is formless and without any characteristics qualities. Shankaracharya said the word is simple and illusion and therefore one must renounce it, give it up, in order to attain liberation. The doctrine of Vishishtaveda was propagated by Ramanuj of Tamil Nadu in 11th century AD. According to this doctrine, even though the individual soul and God are one, they remain distinct from each other. Ramanuj said the best way of attaining liberation was praying to Vishnu. Important saints of Bhakti movement. Saints of South India. The Bhakti movement in South India gathered monument because of Alvars, who were saint devoted to Lord Vishnu, and the Narayans, who were the devotees of Lord Shiva. Both the Alvars and the Narayans composed several hymns in praise of their gods. The hymns composed by the Alvars were known as Divya Prabandhanam, and those of the Narayans known as the Devaram. Some popular religious preachers of this period in South India were Ramanuj and Shankaracharya. Vaishnavism became a popular movement. Ramanuj, he was a Vaishnav saint who believed that bhakti or devotion to God was more important than knowledge. His philosophy is called Visishta Dvaita. बच्चों, जो रामानुज थे उनका वो वैष्णव सेंट थे, उनका बिलीव था कि जो भक्ति और डिवोशन है, मतलब जो भक्ति है भगवान के प्रति, वो किसी भी नॉलेज से सबसे ऊपर है. उनकी फिलॉसफी को विशिष्ट द्वैता कहा जाता था. He believed that one should completely surrender oneself to God. God's deeds would help save the soul of a person. He believed that the soul, the God and the universe all a part of a particular reality, yet each one of them maintains a certain uniqueness with respect to them. Shankaracharya, he was the 8th century saint of South India. He believed that knowledge was the only way to reach God, and the only way to gain knowledge was to unite with the supreme soul known as Brahma. बच्चों, शंकराचार्य जो थे वो 8th सेंचुरी के सेंट थे साउथ इंडिया के. वो जाते थे, उनका बिलीव ये था कि नॉलेज ही भगवान है. अगर आप भगवान को पाना चाहते हैं तो आप नॉलेज को गेन करें. Shankaracharya established the 4th mathas, namely Badrinath Puri, Dwarka and Sringeri. These mathas became important centers of pilgrimage. His philosophy is called Advaita. Virasheshwas. This movement began in Karnataka under the leadership of Vaisva. He was also known as Vaisvana. This was Shvetavait, a movement that rejected the caste system and meaningless rituals. The Vaishnavites gave women equal importance as men. Akka Mahadevi, who was the daughter of an affluent merchant, as a Virashvashva saint, the Nath Panthis, Siddharacharyas and yogis, they stressed on yoga and meditation to attain oneness with God in order to train the mind and body. इन्होंने क्या किया था? इन्होंने योगा और मेडिटेशन का रास्ता अपनाया गॉड को पाने के लिए. वो कहते थे कि अगर आप भक्ति करना चाहते हैं तो आप मेडिटेशन करें, आप योगा करें, उससे आपको भगवान मिलेंगे. They stressed on the reunification of the world and focused on the devotional religion instead of conventional religion. People from low caste like fisher folk, cobblers, washermen followed this way of life. Saints of North India. Tulsidas. He was a great poet and devotee. He stressed on aspects like knowledge, devotion, worship and meditation and believed that the existing beliefs and practice should be accessible to all. बच्चों, जो तुलसीदास थे वो ग्रेट पोएट थे, ग्रेट डिवोटी थे. एक बहुत वो उनका मानना था कि नॉलेज, डिवोशन, वर्शिप, मेडिटेशन ये सभी चीज़ें होनी चाहिए, तभी आप भगवान को पा सकते हैं. सूरदास. ही वॉज अ डिवोटी ऑफ कृष्ण. ही प्रीच्ड लव एंड डिवोशन टू अ पर्सनल गॉड. Shankradeva. Shankradeva of Assam was a devotee of Vishnu. He set up houses of worship or prayer called Namghars, which still exist today. Kabir. He was well-known poet and saint whose teachings inspired both Hindus and Muslims. His teachings were simple and guided from people from all walks of life. He stressed on the beliefs that there is one true God and different people addressed him in different ways. बच्चों, कबीर जो थे एक वेल नोन पोएट और सेंट थे जो कि हिंदू और मुस्लिम को काफ़ी इंस्पायर करते थे. उनकी जो टीचिंग्स थी काफ़ी सिंपल थी और काफ़ी गाइडेड थी, जो लोगों को गाइड करती थी. और उनका बिलीव था कि भगवान एक ही है और भगवान जो है उनको पाने का, उनको एड्रेस करने का तरीका भले ही अलग हो, लेकिन सभी भगवान एक है. His teachings aimed at brotherhood and unity amongst people. He rejected discrimination based on caste, religion and economic and social background. Adi Granth, the first edition of the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book of Sikhism, contained Kabir's verses. Mirabai. Mirabai was a queen in Rajasthan who is known for the devotion towards Lord Krishna. She was born in 1498 CE and was married at the age of 13. From an early age, she showed more interest in religious devotions than towards her worldly responsibilities. मीराबाई जो थी वो एक क्वीन थी राजस्थान की, जिन्हें लॉर्ड कृष्णा के प्रति अपनी भक्ति के लिए काफ़ी जाना जाता था। वो 1498 सीई में उनका जन्म हुआ और महज 13 साल की उम्र में ही उनकी शादी हो गई थी, लेकिन इसी यंग एज में उन्होंने भगवान के प्रति अपनी श्रद्धा को बताना शुरू किया। A major changes in her life occurred at the time of death of her husband. It was customary in those days for a wife to commit sati, burning oneself on the funeral pyre of her husband. She refused to comply, whereon upon her in-laws began harassing her. She then left the palace and began wandering throughout राजस्थान preaching and gaining followers. बच्चों, इनके साथ में हादसा तब हुआ जब छोटी सी उम्र में इनके हस्बैंड की डेथ हो गई और इसके बाद में तब सती प्रथा अपनाई जाती थी, यानी कि अपने हस्बैंड के जो चिता होती थी उसी पर जो महिलाएं होती थी उन्हें जला दिया जाता था। इसे सती प्रथा कहा जाता था। लेकिन मीराबाई ने इसका रिफ्यूज किया। मीराबाई ने मना किया कि मैं ऐसा नहीं करूंगी। इसके बाद जो उनके इन-लॉज थे उन्होंने मीराबाई को परेशान करना शुरू कर दिया और थोड़े दिन बाद मीराबाई ने घर छोड़ दिया और राजस्थान में वो चली गई और राजस्थान में ही वो भगवान के कृष्णा के गुण गाने लगी। शी डिसाइडेड हर एंटायर लाइफ टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा एंड she dedicated her entire life to Lord Krishna and endured all the entertaining difficulties that came with it. Meera is known for her bhajans sung in praise of Krishna. These bhajans are held in great esteem for their high literary value. और इसके बाद में उन्होंने निश्चय कर लिया था कि उनकी जो पूरी जिंदगी है, पूरी जो लाइफ है, वो कृष्णा के भक्ति में ही वो गुजार देंगी और उनके कई सारे भजन्स जो उनके द्वारा गाए गए हैं कृष्णा के, वो आज भी बहुत फेमस है, बहुत लोकप्रिय है। Research junction, the teachings of the Bhakti saints had a profound influence on the society. It challenged the caste system and the treatment of people from lower caste. How were the Brahmins affected by this movement? इसकी प्रैक्टिस खुद से कीजिएगा। Knowledge junction, language was started in 1481 when Guru Nanak Dev decided to commit himself to feed everyone. The temple serves a hot meat to everyone who comes to the door, irrespective of their religion and faith. बच्चों, लंगर जो है वो स्टार्ट हुआ था 1481 में गुरु नानक देव जी के द्वारा, जब उन्होंने खुद से ये डिसाइड किया था कि वो लोगों को फीड कराना, लोगों को खाना खिलाना शुरू करेंगे। उन्होंने टेम्पल में हॉट मीट सबको अपने दरवाजे पर आकर सबको सर्व करना शुरू किया था। हालांकि वो ये नहीं, वो उनके दर पर जाने वाले किसी के लिए भी कोई कास्ट रिलीजन मैटर नहीं करता था। ग्रास्प एंड ज्ञान, निजामुद्दीन Auliya who lived in Delhi during Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq's rule. At the time Ghiyasuddin decided to build the new city of Tughlaqabad, Nizamuddin had also undertaken construction of Beg. Although Ghiyasuddin's worker offered to construct Nizamuddin's wall for free, the Sultan stopped them from doing so. Nizamuddin is believed to have said that the city of Tughlaqabad would not remain inhabited for long. This came to pass when Ghiyasuddin was killed. His son Muhammad abandoned the fort and city of Tughlaqabad. The Sufi movement. We know that Islam came to the subcontinent in the 17th century AD, 7th century AD. The new religion was based on the idea of monotheism or devotion to a singular god. It opposed worship of idols and emphasized collective prayers and observance of religious law known as Shariat. Sufis were Muslim mystics who rejected any display of religious beliefs and elaborate rituals and rules of behavior laid down in the Shariat. They believed in complete devotion to God. The word Sufi is derived from the Arabic word suf, means wool. The name referred to the shawls of coarse wool worn by the mystic saints. Sufi practices, like the yogis, Nathpantis and Siddhacharyas, the Sufis believed in training the mind through certain techniques such as chanting of names or zikr, singing or sama, dancing or rags, performing death control exercises with the help of a master or page. This led to the development of silsilas or order of Sufi masters who guided followers on the Sufi path. From the 11th century AD, many Sufi saints from Central Asia came to the Indian subcontinent. The movement flourished under the patronage of the Delhi Sultanas, with several Sufi orders coming up all across India, the Christi and Suhrawardi silsilas being the most prominent. The Peers. The Peers usually held assemblies in the rest houses or khanqahs where people could discuss spiritual matters, dance, sing and dance, or seek the blessings of the Sufi saints. These assemblies were attended by the people of all descriptions, From king to nobles to ordinary citizens, the peers were believed to have the power to work miracles and cure people, which also added to their popularity. The tombs of several Sufis saints as Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti of Ajmer, who belonged to the famous Chishti Silsila, are considered important pilgrimage centers to this day. Like Bhakti saints, the Sufis also wrote prose and poetry expressing their love to God. The writings of Rumi, Zadi and Ghazali of Central Asia are well known even today. Main principles of Sufism. The main principles of Sufism were: God is one. Or religious paths ultimately lead to God. God can be attained only through love and devotion. Music is a means of coming close to God. God can be attained with the help of a master or peer. Sufi saints. Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti. He came to India at the time of Muhammad Ghori's conquest and introduced the Chishti's Silsila in India. He established his Khanqah in Ajmer. His teachings earned him the respect of both Muslims and non-Muslims. Akbar undertook the pilgrimage to Ajmer to the Dargah of Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti many times. When his son Salim was born, he walked all the way from Agra to Ajmer, covering 7 to 8 kos. One kos is about 4 kilometers. He visited the shrine, offered prayers and passed some days there. Baba Farid. He was a disciple of Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki of Delhi, a Sufi saint of the Chishti order. He preached in Punjab and Haryana. He said the only way to God was to love other beings. Some of his verses have been included in the Guru Granth Sahib. Khwaja Nizamuddin Aulia. He was a prominent Sufi saint of the Chishti order during the rule of Delhi Sultan Alauddin Khilji. He lived in Delhi. The poet Amir Khusrau was among his famous followers. Khwaja Nizamuddin Aulia preached in Hindi. He stressed on universal love. He preached that the love of God was synonymous with the love of humanity. His message of love earned him the title of Mehboob Illahi, one who is loved by God. He also helped popularize Sama. Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. He was a Muslim Sufi saint and scholar of the Chishti order. It was during his time the Chishti order was firmly established in Delhi. Like his predecessor, Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki continued to develop the traditional ideas of brotherhood and charity within the order till today. His Khanqah continues to be visited by people from all the walks of life. Guru Nanak and birth of Sikhism. Baba Guru Nanak, a popular Bhakti saint, was born in the 15th century AD in Talwandi or present-day Nanak Sahib in Pakistan. Unlike Kabir, he was quite well educated, but like the Bhakti saint, he wanted to unite the Hindu and Muslim communities. His teaching attracted followers from both communities. He spent much of his early life traveling all over the subcontinent and even to Central Asian countries and talking to learned men. बाबा गुरु नानक जो थे एक पॉपुलर भक्ति सेंट थे जिनका जन्म 15th सेंचुरी एडी में तलवांडी जो कि अभी पाकिस्तान में है, नाना साहिब जिसे कहा जाता है. इसी तरीके से जो कबीर थे वो वेल एजुकेटेड थे, वो भी एक भक्ति सेंट थे, लेकिन वो चाहते थे कि हिंदू और मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज़ जो है वो साथ साथ मिलकर रहे, साथ साथ वो जो उनकी जो टीचिंग्स थी, उनके जो फॉलोअर्स थे वो बोथ कम्युनिटीज़ को मानते थे. अब आते हैं लेटर ही सेट अप अ धर्मशाला और गुरुद्वारा इन कतरपुर नाउ नोन एज द्रेडा बाबा नानक ऑन द बैंक्स ऑफ द रिवर रवि to propagate his teachings. Most of his followers belonged to the trade, peasants or artisans communities. They gathered in the Dharmshala regularly and sang hymns written by him. Followers from all faiths and castes are together in the common kitchen known as langar. His followers were also expected to contribute towards a fund set up for the entire community of followers. Teachings of Sikhism. Guru Nanak preached the worship of one God and equality of all humans. He believed that a person need not renounce the world to find God. Therefore, he stressed on his followers living a family life and working for a living. He also believed that a true salvation lay in living an active life and contribution to society. He emphasized Naam, Dan and Isnan or worship, welfare and purity of behavior. He preached three principles of Naam Japo, meditating on God's name, किरत करो यानी अर्निंग एन ऑनेस्ट लाइवलीहुड, एंड विंड चुखो यानी शेयरिंग अर्निंग्स विद अदर्स. His teachings led to the founding of a new religion called Sikhism. Langars are very important part of Sikhism. Successors of Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak died in 1815-39. Before his death, he appointed one of his followers, Lehna, as his successor. Lehna, who came to be known as Guru Angad, compiled his own writings along with those of Guru Nanak and also devised a new script known as Gurumukhi. The three successors of Guru Angad also wrote under Nanak's name, and their compositions were later compiled by Guru Arjan in 18 AD 1604. The writings of other saints such as Kabir and Namdev were also included in the compilations. In AD 1706, Guru Gobind Singh authenticated the compilations, which are now known as Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book of the Sikhs. बच्चों अब आ जाते हैं टर्म्स टू लर्न पर. भक्ति यानी डिवोशन टू अ गॉड, सूफी मुस्लिम मिस्टिक बिलीवर, खानका सूफी स्पिरिचुअल रिट्रीट, पुरानास एंशियंट हिंदू स्क्रिप्चर्स, शरीयत इस्लामिक लॉ सिस्टम, अद्वैत नॉन ड्यूरलिस्टिक फिलॉसफी, विशिष्ट द्वैता क्वालिफाइड नॉन ड्वेलिज्म, नामघर असमीज प्रेयर हाउस, लंगर कम्युनिटी फ्री क्रिश्चियन, गुरुमुखी सिख स्क्रिप्ट फॉर पंजाबी, सती विडोज सेल्फ इमोलेशन प्रैक्टिस, और फिर आता है अभंग मराठी डिवोशनल पोएट्री. अब आते हैं लेट्स recapitulate पर. The Bhakti and Sufi movements emerged during the medieval period, advocating for devotion to a single loving God and rejecting elaborating rituals and the authority of priest. The Bhakti movement, originating from the word bhaj, meaning to share, focused on devotion to a supreme God who transcends caste and the cycle of rebirth as discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. Sufism, associated with Islam, emphasized a direct personal union with God, avoiding religious ostentation and the strictures of Islamic law Shariat. The period law also saw the rise of Sikhism, founded by Guru Nanak, which rejected caste and creed distinctions and emphasized equality and community service. Over time, key features like Ramanuj and Shankaracharya in southern India further developed the philosophical foundation of Bhakti through doctrines like Vishwavedanta and Advaita. In Maharashtra, saints like Namdev and Tukaram popularized Bhakti, blending devotion with local culture and languages, emphasizing a personal connection with God. The Bhakti movement influence spread to northern India by 13th century, incorporating elements of Islam and other local religious practices. Key Sufi features like Khwaja, Maimuddin Chisti and Nizamuddin Auliya fostered Sufism in India, which attracted followers with its inclusive approach and mystical practices. Sikhism teachings promoted a practical way of living involving meditation, honest work and sharing with the community, forming a distinct religious path under Guru Nanak's guidance. Both Bhakti and Sufi traditions profoundly impacted Indian society by promoting spiritual democratization, reducing the rigidity of caste and fostering a culture of devotion. बच्चों आई होप आज की क्लास में हमने जो भी पढ़ा आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया होगा. अब आप इसके एक्सरसाइज की प्रैक्टिस खुद से कीजिएगा.